G'day everyone, welcome to the Opal Mills. So I'm going to talk up a little bit because it's raining here and I don't want to get drowned out by the rain, even though I'm inside a shed with a roof made of sheet metal. So that's, could get a bit loud every now and then, so I'll try and speak up for you. Today, going to be doing some more of this parcel for Winston, and I've picked some more we're going to go have a clean up of. And I thought I'd just bring back the ones that I'd finished up in the last live where I cut some. So here's the piece de resistance. Got a gorgeous pattern. Just taking out. It's an amazing pattern on that one. Very unique, very, very unique. So that will probably go into maybe a pendant or a ring, I think. I'm going to try and convince that a ring is probably more to show for a piece like this, as opposed to hanging. It's more of more of a ring stone, I think. We'll see what happens. So, finished up a couple of others and had some from the last parcel I've sort of been finishing up as well, behind the scenes. So this one had what I thought was going to be, I thought it was pink from the cerium oxide, but it's actually a floor that runs through it and there's not enough bar left to remove it. So it's going to stay there. But that's that one. Still got a bit of wax on it. I'll get it off after. And this one was from the parcel before. It's turned out really nice. It does have a couple of issues, but it's too nice to not have been cut. Now the issues are a couple of little sand spots. Not really noticeable at all from the top. I reckon that's an awesome little stone. Probably again another nice ring stone. And here was a nice blue one with the rolling flash in it. A lot of play of colour in this one, is in the colour moving, not just staying in one spot. It actually moves around the stone, not just parts of the stone lighting up, even though that's actually what's happening, but it's actually like, the colour moves, which is very interesting. And by which I mean, as opposed to a stone like this, it does move, but you know, the green from here doesn't travel in a spot all the way across the stone as you move it. It stays there and then turns purple. But the movement on the roll, it's very nice. Really happy with that one. And this one turned out a bit of a surprise. It's got a great face this side. Really nice colour, again rolling around in it, slippery little sucker. Try not to drop it. So yeah, nice rolling colour on there, and some colour that stays still and a bit of everything. But when you spin it round, it's got a secondary face or an open back possibility. It's really nice flash, rolls down one side. Probably gets a bit more zoom off, I think. So yeah, that's a very nice little stone, that one. Does have one inclusion, which is a bit hard to tell if it's even in there, but there is a spot of sand. Probably see it right in the center there. On that angle more so, that little white spot right there. A greyish spot, not the reflection. But very nice. So here were some that didn't quite make it. Zoom back out for a sec. For one reason or another. So some of them would be just because of the cracks that eventuated. They're already there, just, yeah. Thought those either deserved a little bit of dressing up at least. You can see the one crack through there. Goes into the stone. There's a few more. It's not really translating well on the camera, but still a nice stone. Possibly could be set very gently. Or it's a great specimen for a collection. And same with these two. Bit of light, bit of colour in that one, not so bright. And that one's got a few too many issues in the bottom there. You see them already. Probably don't even have to point to them. Across here, across here. It's on one angle, and you can see a crack coming straight up through there. But again, nice little white opal for the collection. These ones, not so much this one. That one just got a bit too, And this one could possibly be flattened on the back a bit better. I hadn't done the back on this yet because it's sort of lost its thickness this end, but I'm thinking if I take it in a smidge, it might make either a nice solid steel or double it. So he's going to go in the recut pile for now. Same with this one slightly. It's got more of an issue on the bottom though, just with the sand going in through it. There's nothing that can be done. It goes all the way up through that side there. Still a nice little stone, don't get me wrong, but again may end up being better off as either a doublet or in the specimens pile. It's a nice bit of colour for the collection. Such a small stone. So we'll start getting on with these, but first I've been working on something else as well, which is why I've taken a bit to put another video out, and I'll show that in a second. But it's gonna be for the last giveaway that I still had to get around to. I'd said that everybody on the list that participated in the giveaway I was going to do something for, so I'll show you in a minute. Made something up finally. So I'm going to show you the list in a sec, and if your name is on that list, you had participated, and I have one of these for you. Some people I have your address already. Others, shoot me an email if you're interested in one of these, and I'll put the offer in there that for $50 Australian, if you want it set into a pendant in silver, I can do that. Otherwise, I'll just post it to you. That's kind of a thank you. So, with that, I'll show you the video of all that and then come back to the cutting. So yeah, just getting on with these, making some inlay stones that could be set if needed or if wanted. And these are from the previous giveaway. I said I was going to get onto these, and I am. So you're going to put a little hole in there, not all the way through, and plug it up again with some little crystal bit and inlay them all. So yeah, I'm going to make a start on that. So there we go, all drilled out, well, ground out, and now I've got to line them up with some inlay. So start fishing out some bits and pieces, see what I can't come up with. Alright, so I brought out some chips that I've had for a while. They're from Andamuka, and these were the first opals we bought in Andamuka. It was just a little $90 parcel, and it wasn't much to cut. There's a couple of bits and I still haven't cut them yet. I really like it as it is. But they'll get cut soon. Some of the bits might be good for carving. But yeah, these will be perfect to do this. So picked out a piece for each hole on this one. I'll just go through, get them on the top somehow, and make up little plug shapes to go in the holes that the araldite and black oxide powder mix will go in. And yeah, hopefully start taking shape. Okay, here's our stones for the first round. They should look fantastic once they're in there. So I'm just going to go over to the wheel and start turning these into little plugs. Okay, so we got all these done. One for each to be pendant stone, ring stone, whatever it's going to be. Going to use the araldite again and some black oxide. So I'm going to mix it up in here, line it up in there, put all these in, and they'll come back. Okay, not much to look at now, but they're all in. We'll wait for that to set, and I did way too much glue or mix. Yeah. So yeah, we'll let that dry, and then I'll face it on the rough wheel before I slice them apart, just to make sure each one's seated in and looks right. Not that I'll go back and do it again, but now I might, so wasting these bits, but just so I know how many to make up. So I've got quite a few to get through, so I'll keep on with that. Okay, next morning. These are all well and truly dried now, ready to be taken back. I was showing my son these last night, and he couldn't quite figure out what I was doing. So I told him it was like the dice. And so I just brought one back to face, so he could get a better look at it. So I think that turned out quite well. It makes some nice little inlay stones. It's covering all the pieces at least. So I'm going to start cleaning these ones up as well, facing them, and then we'll get to slicing them apart. Okay, separated them all. Pile of little stones here, potentially. There's some bad colour in them. Not everyone's going to have killer colour. Everything's got colour. And these are just my appreciation. Some of them got nice colour. But it's going to be a lucky dip. I'm just going to wrap these up and chuck them in envelopes, and then as I get names, I'll just put a name on an envelope. Not sure about that one. Looks like it got cracked. Not sure if we go down a little bit further, might get that out. We'll see what happens. Alright, it's that one. It's got that in the back. It's going to be a bigger circle. Anyway. So yeah, bit of colour in each one. This is just a thank you. And then I can get on with the next giveaway. Oh, there's another dodgy one. There's no saving that one. I'll have to make an extra couple up. That's if everybody responds. But I haven't forgotten. There's a really nice one. Someone will end up with that. These are dry, by the way, so they look much better polished up. So anyway, I'll start dopping these up and see what I can't turn them into. Some sort of a finished stone that can either be set in a ring or a pendant. Thin these out a bit anyway. Another nice one. Another dud one. I don't know. Oh, that was one I chucked a chip in. That was an experimental one. So anyway, yeah, I'll get on with these. Get them onto some sticks and we'll go cut them. Okay. All trimmed up, ready to go on a dop stick in the final shape. And I've summoned up a fleet of new sticks. So these are just dowel. You can get at any hardware store, usually. And very inexpensive, under 10 bucks. $5, something. That's Australian dollars for a 2 to 3 meter length, 2.something meter length, and it makes up quite a few. And I'll just run through the trim saw, keep them all uniform height, and then just add your own wax, ready to go. So I'm going to get to and start dopping. All right, first batch underway. Bunch of opal eyes looking at you. And I started chasing a bug, and then it turned into a fly, and I started flying, and I had to chase it, and I had to spin a web and fly. And then I jumped over the wall, and then I saw another fly, and I was chasing him, and then I ended up here. Spider, have you been in my coffee? Alright, and there we are. So I finally completed the 500 subscriber giveaway. As there was a giveaway, and I said to everybody who didn't get one or a giveaway that I'd just do up a little bit of inlay or something. So here we are. I've done the inlay up, and I will get that out to those on the list that will be receiving one. All I'll need, some of the people I've got the address already, but if you're on the list, chuck me an email, let me know how to get one of these out to you, and yay. I finally completed the last giveaway, so now on with the next one that's upcoming. Working on putting together a decent giveaway this time, size wise. It won't be so many, but it'll be something nice. So anyway, back to cutting. Alright, so that's out the way. Phew. Shuffle these across and we'll get a better look at these. So I'm going to bring the water in. And drop these in the water so we can have a proper look. But I've picked out 10 stones to be rather inquisitive about. Some I've got an idea, it just needs shaping up so it's not so much rubbing back, and some will be rubbing back. Now this one, let's see if I can find a pointer stick. This will do. The stone for this one is going to be in here, around here. I want to see if it, yeah, I'm going to have to take it back to about there. I'm thinking I might run the saw blade through it there just in case there's anything salvageable in this. I don't think there is. And it's got cracks in the bottom of it. Yeah, it's good thing that the top half's okay. But that colour still ducks down under this black here a bit, but I may be able to roll out and get a really nice oval in here somewhere. So like that, somewhere around there. That's going to look absolutely magical. Very black. So that's that one. I'll just go through them as I get them. So this one has a white porcelain top and a knobby, little flat knobby. Some really nice colouring under there. But if I took the cap down to the colour, you know, it's got some really nice colour in that darker section under that cap. I think some of that'll be lost and won't survive anyway if I took it down that way. Plus there's nothing under here to make the bottom. So I'm thinking, upside down, Miss Jane. We just take this top down and reveal the colour and see what we can't turn it into, but it will just have the white backing is all. But that's kind of making the best lemonade we can with this piece. It's not quite a lemon, but you know what I mean. And this piece had me interested. So it's got a really nice, where are you? Don't make a liar of me. Really nice flash in here. Grey colour. I reckon we can get something out of it. So that's a white porcelain type cap again. Colour's just under it, but that sand goes in a bit. So hopefully we can make this stone a little bit of a nice size ringstone oval with some cleanness in there. But that is some really nice colour in that. So that's another one. This one's got great colour from both sides. We're just going to hope it translates from the top. And that's really nice colour. And then over here it's even nicer, but that top bar is not going to survive the cut. So just spin around. So yeah, this I don't think is going to stay there. It's barely visible really and goes into grey straight away. So I think that grey separates the two bars, and we want this bottom one. Now I think it shows better this way up, and I don't really want to have to cut it that way up though, because we'd lose some of the stone back here. So we're going to have to take this top down, which will include losing this top bar, but we're going to have a good look and see what we're losing, and make another decision, who knows. But hopefully it's got no cracks that I could see anyway, and that stays that way. And then we'll see what that face is like from this side. And this one had me intrigued. A nice little bit of, let's see, let it go goldy, there we go. Just under that cap. It's a nice little goldy section. Hopefully it goes up a little bit. It comes right down this side and gets a bit messed up with the sand. But I'm a betting man when it comes to opal and think that there's a really nice stone in there. So we're going to start by taking the top down, have a look there, but who knows if it stays up that way in the end. It might get a little larger stone. Either way we'll have, yeah, a nice, might even be double-sided. See what happens with that top bar. Not sure if I'm seeing it peek out just here or not. That's just the camera deceiving me. Oh, we'll hope. And this one, you can't see much of this one at all. But I shone a light in there. It looks fantastically nice and up this end at least. I couldn't see right down through the other end, but it looks clean enough to get at least a little stone. Where are we? In here, I think it was this end. So yeah, in under here. I'll take this off first. Yep, that way up. So yeah, we'll see what that looks like, and hopefully, well, from what I could see, there is a nice clean spot in there. We'll just leave it at that and hope that it continues right up the back here. So see the colour coming out there. Well, sort of travels all the way around. So fingers crossed. You might be onto something here, Winston. So here's another one I'm not too sure about due to the hole in the bottom and what's going to happen there. So it goes up that far, so as long as I can get a dome over it, it might have a little divot in the bottom, but we'll see if we can leave some potchy grey there so it doesn't show the divot through. Hopefully it doesn't go up and into, or hopefully I can keep it like it is there. It hasn't quite gone through into the colour, so that from the colour it'll just have a grey backing, hopefully. But yeah, it's a nice little bar in there. We'll just see what the sand does again. And this one I've had a good look at, and it's got a bit of a mixed up bar. The potch juts out up into here. And I like the way it faces this way, to be honest. So I can see what the bar does this end, which isn't much chop. But I'm hoping I can get a stone at least that big out of it even. So all around in here. So the colour does travel in and under. And if I can roll that top over, I'm not sure about patting that side. Yeah, just not sure about it. Even though if I clean this up, I don't think that's a very good colour. Not when I can see that for sure. I like that gold yellows. It's like it's not green, it's not orange, it's that definite right in that middle spot of yellow. Goldy yellow. Anyway, I'm getting mesmerised myself. This one is just a let's see what happens stone. I'm not sure if these fractures are going to cause issues or if they're superficial. There's a bit of sand in there too, but it's got a potential facing under there. Nice little light sparkly green. The bar's thick enough to maybe get a clean spot out of it somewhere around here. Get an oval. And this one lucky last. I want it to cut up that way, but I'm just not sure. But yeah, I think it deserves it to have the dark backing. Yeah, so if I have it up that way. Does show nice colour. But I don't think it's a good bottom for it if it goes up that way. I think, yeah, definitely this way up. So, let's head over to the wheel. Alright, so I'm going to quickly go and saw this one, because this is the one I want to start with. And I reckon if I slice them through there, if there's anything at all, actually I might just grind it. I just looked at it, and I'm pretty confident, I'll keep an eye out, but I'm pretty confident there's nothing there. Let's have a look. Alright, well, that turned out not too bad, I will say. I'm just going to quickly zoom out. So I've gone and also purchased a stencil, and I was just looking for, out of this whole pack of them, a decent shaped oval. So I can, yeah, I think they're all just long. So we'll go with this one. And I've noticed that I could probably get a pair out of this. Let's see it back in again. So down here, I'm thinking if I can get a stone out of there, and then a stone out of there, that would be awesome. I don't think with that inclusion it's going to quite come out, so I might just run the saw blade straight through the center of that and rip the band-aid off. So that'll be good. This one's showing a great promise. I can't wait to get the rest of that off. Don't want to go too far without getting it on the stick. Some of that grey will have to stay there down this end, I think, unless I bring it right in. Let's see what happens. I'd like to make it decent, and I think another oval, but as large as I can get it. So hopefully something like around that size would be fantastic. But if we have to go down a bit, very nice stone. But we'll try and get something large, something about that size even. This one, same again, a couple of little stones to be had. Not sure what shape that'll end up, but even if it was an oval, with what I can see is the size, I reckon might be able to get something like that. Maybe it's a touch smaller, but not as small as the next one down. Here's the blue one we trimmed up first. Fantastic colour. So I have to just sort this end out a bit. Try and neaten that bar up some under this black here. Get a full flood of colour then. This one, be a bit of a fun stone, if nothing else. It's pretty colours, light pastel-y sort of colours. It's a bit of a party stone, that one. This was the one with our little hole in the back, and even with the hole, if we can keep that dome high, we might get away with a nice little stone in there. It's a great colour all throughout. And this one as well, I think we'll get a nice little stone out of there. This one, another one, but very small stone, but still it's going to be pretty. It's just going to glisten colours everywhere, and it's sort of a dark base. Not sure if I looked at that one yet. There's a little stone in there for sure. Has to be. Has to be. What else we got? And this one. This one's got the 2 bars that run through it. Striated pattern there. Got chuff. And a broad flush. The stone's sort of so small that it's all pinfire. No. That's a decent sized stone. So yeah, I reckon I'm gonna pick one out and cut it for this video. I'm thinking that one should be it, to be honest. I really want to see how that one's going to turn out. Beautiful little stone. Might be a little teardrop, I'd say. It doesn't really face that way up. Oh, that's not too bad. Let's see if we can't get a bit of a roll happening and get some of that colour to transfer over the top. So I'll get this on the stick and we'll get back to the wheel. Okay, here we are, all finished. Some amazing colour in this one. I'm liking that colour blue too. It's not quite that blue, it's a little bit more aqua-y, I suppose, slightly, or a deeper bluish. It's not quite as sky blue as I like it, but it's got that other patch over here as well. So that's a rolling flush there, striated pattern, blue rolling flush. So yeah, there we are. A little bit of sand on the bottom of that. Neither here nor there. I'm going to see what this one weighs actually. Let's quickly zoom back out. So I'm hoping this one will be at least a carat. It'd be good. Oh! On the nose, pretty much, give or take. But yeah, there we go, 1 carat. Oh, that colour's just staring at me right there. See what the white background does. Makes it look a bit more true to life. There we go. It's a bit more greeny than that. It's not quite as blue, purple. This is definite sort of greeny blue. If you've seen opal, here's a good idea. If you want to know what opal looks like, because it's so hard to photograph, have a look at your own opal. Film a lot of it. Look at it from all different angles and look at the way it doesn't get represented when it comes to the camera in a true way. And that way, when you get used to seeing, oh, okay, this is supposed to be a bit more green, or a red's appearing that's not on the stone or something like that, because sometimes the body tone of a stone can cause that appearance. It's a nice effect, but it's not a red of the coloration. But yeah, anyway, you get more of an idea of what you're looking at when you're buying online or such, and you only got photos or footage to go by. So that one turned out quite well. So I reckon, yeah, definite ringstone for that one. Just flashy as. Alright, so I'm going to leave this one here, and for those whose name appeared on the sheet, don't forget, if you haven't contacted me before and I don't have your address, and you want one of those boulder ironstone inlaid with Andamuka opal stones, yeah, shoot me an email. And now I can get on with the next giveaway, which is 500 subscribers past. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll get on cutting the rest of these and show you in the next video. Cheers.